Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is electrochemistry and now we are in 6th session. In this session we are having a discussion about the conductance of the electrolytes. Conductance of electrolytes. Conductance of the electrolytes. And for that purpose, first let us define this. In case of electronic conductors, the conductance is known as metallic conductor. And in this metal, conductance is because of migration of the electrons. These metals, the conductance is because of migration of electrons. So their conductance depends only on the nature. That is nothing but the nature means whether it is of having the malleability, ductility or brittle nature like that, and the metallic crystal structure of the metals, and it is also influenced by the number of electrons, valence electrons in outermost orbit of an atom. And third one is temperature. Generally for electronic or metallic conductors, with increasing in temperature the conductance decreases slightly, and it is a different phenomenon and it is not relevant to the present discussion. Okay, and it will be discussed in solid state. And now coming to electrolytes, this is the scenario. That is nothing but in case of electronic conductors, the conductance is because of migration of electrons, and that migration, that is that conductance depends only on the nature and the structure of the metal crystal, and it is also influenced by the number of valence electrons present in the outermost orbit, that is valence electrons per atom, and then the temperature. Clear? And now, but in case of electrolytes, mostly the electrolytes are aqueous solutions. Most of the electrolytes are aqueous solution. So that's why first let us discuss about this water. Water is having very minute kappa, that is conductivity. Its conductivity is about 3.5 into 10 to the power of minus 5 moles centimeter inverse. This is the conductance or conductivity of water. And this conductivity, why? For pure water, how it is possible to conduct? It is nothing but, as we know, water is self-ionizing substance and it is of having an equilibrium between undissociated and dissociated molecules like this. And because of these ions which are present in the solution water, it is of exhibiting some sort of conductance, but it is very, very minute. But when an electrolyte is dissolved in this water, when dissolved in water, then that electrolyte will provide ions, and these ions are responsible for conductance. That's why the conductance of the electrolytes are known as ionic conductance. Already we considered this ionic conductance, and this ionic conductance is represented with the symbol capital lambda. Just in the previous session we discussed about that. This ionic conductance is helpful in discussing or in measuring this equivalent conductance and molar conductance, is it not? So here this ionic conductance. And now the ionic conductance, that is nothing but the conductance of the electrolyte, is influenced by the nature of the electrolyte. And how the nature of the electrolyte is influencing, just it is nothing but simply whether it is strong electrolyte or weak electrolyte, like that the strengths will decide. And next one is concentration of the electrolyte. This concentration of electrolyte is also influencing that what we are going to measure now. And third one is temperature. In case of electronic conductors, just what we discussed, with increasing the temperature there is slightly decrease in conductance. Unlike that, here in case of electrolytic conductors, with increasing in temperature, automatically there is increase in conductance. And now these ionic conductance which is influenced or which is of because of the ion migration is of two types. This ionic conductance is of two types. That's why in the previous session also we discussed that these ions are present only in electrolytes, and thereby these ionic conductances which are of two types, that is, one is an equivalent conductance and the other one is molar conductance. These two are only for the electrolytes, not for the electronic conductors. For electronic conductors we can use the term that is nothing but conductance and specific conductance, whereas these words are only for these electrolytes. Clear? And now how to measure those two types? What are those two types? How to measure those two types of conductances for these electrolytes? One is two types of conductance and one is equivalent conductance. Equivalent conductance, it is represented with the letter lambda. It is small letter. And the second one is molar conductance. Molar conductance, and it is represented with the letter mu. And now let us discuss about this equivalent. And you remember both these two combinedly, it is because of ionic conductance. Both these two are ionic conductances and they are specific only for electrolyte conductance. Clear? And now coming to this equivalent conductance lambda, it is nothing but the conductance of the electrolyte when one equivalent gram equivalent weight of electrolyte is completely dissolved in V volume of solution. And this is nothing but lambda is equal to kappa into V. This is equivalent conductance. Here kappa is nothing but specific conductance, and already we know how to measure this from cell constant. All this just in the previous session we have a discussion on this. Clear? That kappa is now useful in measuring this equivalent conductance. And here this lambda is equivalent conductance, V is the volume. Here you remember V is the volume of solution, generally it is in ml, where 1 gram equivalent weight of the electrolyte is completely dissolved. And again in previous sessions already we discussed about this completely dissolution, the concentration of the electrolytes. And for your convenience sake, let me make you to recollect that discussion. Here say for example AB is the electrolyte, and this AB when it is dissolved in water, it may go for 100% ionization, or sometimes it may be of going only a partial, but that means a little extent it can go for the ionization where it is establishing an equilibrium. Now here when gram equivalent weight of electrolyte is completely dissolved means when it is completely dissolved it should not exist in the solution. Actually as per liquid solution definition, when any electrolyte is dissolved, how many moles dissolved, depending on that we are giving the molarity, or depending on the number of gram equivalent weights we are considering the normality. But here we should not consider like that in this case. Clear? And when it is, if it is present in this one, then it is concentration. If it is dissociating into ions, when it becomes zero, that is the molecular form of the electrolyte concentration becomes zero, then it is said to be completely dissolved. That means all the 1 gram equivalent weight of the electrolyte should be completely dissociated into ions, then only it is said to be in this condition. Clear? And now this is when it is a V volume of water is of having 1 equivalent weight completely dissolved, that is completely ionized part, then we can calculate equivalent weight, equivalent conductance like this: lambda is equal to kappa into V. Clear? And now this lambda can be related with the normality, because gram equivalent weight, the concentration term related to this is normality. So we can relate this with that normality like this: lambda is equal to kappa into 1000 by normality. Lambda is equal to kappa into 1000 by normality. And now how we are getting this value? Just by giving the formula we are relating this. But when the formula is like this, how we are able to write this formula also? For that purpose, a simple discussion. Just normality of any solution is nothing but number of gram equivalent weights into 1000 by volume of solution in ml. In case if number of gram equivalent weights is 1, because we are considering this volume is nothing but the volume of the solution where 1 gram equivalent weight of the electrolyte is completely dissolved. So because of that, the number of gram equivalent weights is by default 1. So then normality is equal to 1000 by volume V in ml, and from this V is nothing but equal to 1000 by N. So this V, where 1 equivalent weight of electrolyte is dissolved, is now substituted with this value. Like that we are getting this formula. Very clear? And now after getting this formulation, we have to consider the units of gram equivalent weights, because in most of the cases, particularly NEET, they are not interested to pose any numerical part for this NEET students. Just they are asking only the theoretical part, and that too logical manner they are asking. So for that purpose, here sometimes they may ask for the units of this. Let us try to get it. That is lambda is equal to kappa into 1000 by normality. Already we know kappa units are nothing but ohm inverse centimeter inverse. Is it not? Ohm inverse centimeter inverse. And now coming to this normality. Normality is nothing but number of gram equivalent weights per liter. Liter means we can consider this as cm cube unit, centimeter cubic unit. So when these two units, that is normality unit and the kappa units, are substituted here, lambda, now we are getting kappa is nothing but ohm inverse centimeter inverse by gram equivalent weight by centimeter cube. That means here we can write like this. And on rearrangement, what we are getting is ohm inverse gram equivalent weight inverse, and after cancelling we are getting centimeter square. This is the unit for lambda. Are you clear with this one? I think you are having much practice to consider the units from your physics part. Clear? That is about gram equivalent weight. So next we have to move for the molar conductance of the electrolytes. Now coming to molar conductance of the electrolyte. Molar conductance mu, and it is similar to that of equivalent conductance, where equivalent conductance is defined as the conductance of the electrolyte when one equivalent weight of that electrolyte is completely dissolved in V volume. Here also this molar conductance mu is nothing but the conductance of the electrolyte when 1 mole. In previous case it is equivalent weight, but here it is 1 mole. When 1 mole of the electrolyte is completely dissolved in V volume. 1 mole is nothing but 1 molecular weight, 1 molecular weight. Previously in equivalent weight, gram equivalent, here gram molecular weight. When it is completely dissolved, similar to completely dissolved means all this AB has to be converted into its ions. Then only, that means the molecular form of the electrolyte should come to 0. That is, the molecular form concentration of the electrolyte should be 0. In such a case, we are considering it as the completely dissolved electrolyte. So when 1 molecular weight or 1 mole is completely dissolved in V volume of the electrolyte solution, then the conductance is known as molar conductance. And now similar to that, lambda is related to normality, because normality is related to gram equivalent weights. Here mole is related to molarity, and thereby we can relate this molar conductance with that molarity as mu is equal to kappa into 1000 by molarity. And similar to the previous case, how we are getting this? And as we know, m is nothing but number of moles of the electrolyte into 1000 by volume in ml. But here in this reference we are considering 1 molecular weight, that means 1 mole. So automatically this will become 1, and then m is equal to 1000 by V in ml, and V is nothing but 1000 by molarity. So like that we are getting this value V as 1000 by m. Simply by substituting that we are getting this. And now coming to units, I think now you can solve this. Try to get it clear. Units, as mu is equal to kappa into 1000 by molarity, and where kappa is having the unit ohm inverse centimeter inverse, and molarity is having moles per liter, that is nothing but centimeter cube. By substituting this, mu is nothing but ohm inverse centimeter inverse by mole by centimeter cube, that is nothing but ohm inverse mole inverse centimeter square. Just simply you can easily remember, in case of equivalent conductance, here instead of mole, there it is gram equivalent weight. It is molar conductance, that's why we are getting mole inverse. Clear? These are the two conductances that can be observed in electrolytes. And now we have to consider some 1 or 2 numericals related to this. Sometimes when they are giving these cell, electrolytic cell, and are asking for calculation of molar conductance or equivalent conductance, just simple, both are same, only the difference is, in case if they are giving the normality, you have to consider the equivalent conductance, or if they are asking for equivalent conductance, you have to consider the concentration in normality. And in case if they are asking for molar conductance, then you have to consider the concentration in molarity. And as we know, molarity and normality are related as molarity is equal to Z into normality. In a similar manner, here also when it is mu is equal to Z into lambda. Z is nothing but Z factor, already you know. It is nothing but for different substances, different criteria is taken. Mostly it is nothing but the valency or charge. Clear? And now, and how to measure? Let us go for one numerical part. And you remember, again I am saying, in case if they are asking for molar conductance, you consider the concentration in molarity. If they are considering for equivalent conductance, then you consider the concentration in normality. That is the only difference, both are in the same manner. Okay. Now let me give one numericals. Here, say for example, one solution, an electrolyte solution of n by 10 normal is having or is offering a resistance of 250 ohms. Again I am repeating, solution, an electrolyte solution of n by 10 normality is offering 250 ohms of resistance in an electrolytic cell. If in that cell these two electrodes are at a distance of 4 centimeters and each one is having a 7 centimeter square of surface area, then calculate the equivalent conductance lambda. How much? Lambda, because it is normality is given, and here electrolyte solution is not given when normality is given. That's why it is not possible to get Z value. So directly we can measure only lambda. And now how to measure this? And from this length of, that is the distance between the two electrodes, and from this cross sectional area, we are having the cell constant L by A is nothing but 4 by 7, and we are having kappa value as 1 by R into L by A. This is the formula. Already just in previous sessions we discussed about that. Clear? And now this equivalent conductance lambda, it is nothing but equal to kappa into 1000 by normality. I think now you are getting the idea how to solve, is it not? And now lambda is nothing but kappa, we are measuring like this. Here L value they provide, A value they provide, and now R it is given, and now normality is also given. So just you substitute that value. Kappa is nothing but 1 by, that is lambda is nothing but 1 by 250 into 4 by 7 into 1000 by n by 10, means it is nothing but 1 by 10 normal. So 1 by 10, that is nothing but 1 by 250 into 4 by 7 into 1000 into 10. Like that you will get the answer. In such a manner you have to solve the numericals. I think with this example you can solve. Only the difficulty is when they are directly giving this cell constant and a specific conductance, or they are indirectly giving these values, you have to consider. Depending on the data you have to calculate this kappa and thereby these electronic conductances. Clear? That is about the different kinds of conductances of the electrolytes and the numerical parts. And next, in the coming sessions we are going to discuss about the factors that influence the conductance. The factors that influence the conductance. One of the important factors is nothing but the concentration, that is nothing but dilution. And in the coming session we will discuss about that. Clear? Okay.